Hi everyone, I just thought I'd use today to check in with the Divine Feminine. A couple of days ago I did a Divine Masculine read to see how he was feeling regarding the Divine Feminine, and I also did a karmic read, so if they apply to you and you'd like to see them, please check out the channel. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who left all the lovely comments, and I love hearing from you. It's really good to learn about your situations, etc., and what resonates with the readings. Please do remember these are general readings, but you will take from them what resonates with you. Yeah, you know, I had lots of likes, lots of lovely comments, so and new subscribers, which is great. Welcome to all of you. If you haven't subscribed already, please take the moment to do so. I'm going to be doing lots of different types of readings as we go along. Yeah, with the channel, because as you know, it's quite new, or you may not know if you're new. You know what I mean. Anyway, today I thought we'd have a look at the Divine Feminine. I just want to check in to see how the Divine Feminine is feeling. And then we're going to get some advice from Spirit about what's coming next and what steps the Divine Feminine should be taking, or what advice Spirit have got for her. So let's get started. So Spirit, I'm going to get some overarching energy from the Moonology cards first. So Spirit, what is the overarching energy for the Divine Feminine at the moment, please? What is the overarching energy? Ooh, lovely. Look at this. You're very close to achieving your goal. Only you will know what that goal is, Divine Femme. I bet we can guess. I do apologise about the camera angle. It's really weird, but I don't want to fiddle with it, so we're going to go with it. Are there any others? Any other? Oh, ooh, okay. So we have you're very close to achieving your goal, but we also have emotions are running high. So we'll have a look at those in a moment. They've said put that the other side. Okay, there we go. Is that better? Oh, gosh, communication is key. And for some reason, I only intended to take one, but for some reason, Spirit gave me four all in my left hand and said, take all of them. Because this one says nothing is yet set in stone. So we have the overarching energies. Weird camera angle, I do apologise. I could move it, but I'm not very good. I can't read them wonky, that would be weird. Okay, so we have you're very close to achieving your goal. Emotions are running high. Communication is key. And nothing is yet set in stone. So if you're feeling that things just aren't moving forward, DF, if you're feeling a bit despondent, you know, if you're feeling sort of very emotional at the moment, just be aware that you are very close to achieving your goal. So, you know, Spirit are always working on your behalf. You know, the twin flame journey is tricky to say the least. Trust me, I know. But, you know, you will have real lows, and you will have, at some stage, if you haven't already, you will have real highs. And, you know, what they're advising today is that you are very close to achieving your goal. Communication, as we know, plays a crucial part in any relationship, and specifically in the twin flame relationship, because often there's a lot of fear by one party or the other. So, you know, it's important that you're open and that you communicate as much as you're able with your Divine Masculine. Some Divine Masculines may well not be in contact with you at the moment, Divine Femme, or you may be choosing not to contact them at the moment. But Spirit are saying communication is the key to this relationship moving forward and you achieving that goal. And they're saying, you know, regardless of what is happening in the Divine Masculine's life, and certainly yesterday I got a big response to the divine karmic read. So, you know, if that's your situation, then, you know, have a look at that one, as I say, because what they're saying here is nothing yet is set in stone. Okay, so if you're feeling, as I say, emotional, you're feeling a bit despondent, know that you need to be communicating, and know, with each other. They've made that very clear. They've just said with each other, it's not all on you, Divine Feminine. But you are close to achieving your goal. Nothing's definite yet. Nothing is sorted yet. And if I don't know if you've watched the Divine Masculine read, but that was very much about him having to sort out a situation for that particular group yesterday. It was about them having to sort out a situation at the moment. And therefore that sort of matches this, because they're saying nothing yet is set in stone. Let's see how the Divine Feminine is feeling at the moment. If you are a Divine Femme, then this will tell you whether or not this reading is for you, or whether it resonates. If you're a Divine Masculine and you're watching to see how your Divine Feminine is feeling, then hopefully this will give you a bit of an insight. So let's look at the current feeling. We have 4 cards, Spirit, please. That one. Ooh, yes. So we have the Broken Heart card. I'll go through all these cards in a moment. I just want to get them. We have Blossoming Abundance. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Strategy. Yeah, this all makes sense. We have Financial Constraints. Okay, so this makes sense. So, on the top line, we had emotions are running high. We now have a broken heart, So the Divine Feminine at the moment is feeling very emotional, maybe feeling a bit broken. As I say, I kept using the word despondent in the first row, and that's the word that's still with me. It's uppermost in my thinking. So, yeah, well, it speaks for itself, really. The broken heart thing is about, Divine Feminine's feeling, I'm in this situation, I'm in this relationship because I'm connected to, the person of my dreams, but actually, why aren't we together? And that is incredibly difficult, and it does feel like, your heart is breaking, and it'll be the same for the DM, They don't like being in separation from you either, if that's what the situation is for you, Emotions will be running high on both sides, but it depends where you are in the journey as to, how each of you are actually feeling. And sorry, I keep the lights shining from the window onto these cards. These cards are very shiny, so I have to, yeah. Anyway, that's not your problem. But they have said, as we said, you're very close to achieving your goal. Spirit want you to know that, and look at what they've shown us in the line below. Blossoming abundance, Whatever you've set your heart on at the moment, things are going to turn out really, really well. Now, it may be for some Divine Femmes, it may be that you're literally setting goals in your working life. It could be, yes, of course, this could be relationship goals. Doesn't have to be. It could be that at the moment you've decided to step back a little and you're concentrating on other goals in your life. There may be something particular that you're aiming to do. There may be an activity, a holiday. There may be, work goals that you've set yourself. Or it may be relationship goals in terms of you, trying to be closer with your, I was going to say be closer with your DM. You can't be closer with your DM really, but I mean in a physical sense. The reason I say you can't be closer is because you're divinely linked. And that is as close as you can be really, but we're talking in the physical. So, this is about you wanting union potentially, which kind of makes sense in a DF reading, but it could be other goals as well. But whatever your goals are, DF, and you will know what they are, you're very close to achieving them, and they're going to work out really, really well, because we have blossoming abundance here. And, moving things forward, we had communication is key in the first row, and they're saying, you need to plan this, don't just go bowling in and saying, you know, this, that, and the next thing. You actually need to think through this communication, because, you know, emotions are running very high. It would be very easy to end up in angry exchanges with your DM because you're feeling upset, you're feeling brokenhearted, you're feeling frustrated. And they're saying, just take some time, take some planning, you know, have a strategy here, think it through. And remember, you know, while we're talking strategy and planning, the twin flame energies are all about loving energies. They're about loving connections. So if you're feeling a bit upset, you know where this is going, don't you? If you're feeling a bit upset, DFs, as I said, it's not the time to go bowling in with an angry communication, okay? Think it through and consider whether or not the energy you're bringing to this relationship is loving or not. Now, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. For a lot of DFs, and it'll be the same for some DMs as well, for a lot of DFs, you feel like you're the one that's done all the giving. Okay, and for a lot of DMs, they'll feel like they're the ones that have done all the giving, all the loving, and you're frustrated because, you know, your DM isn't responding in the way that you want them to. Okay, so yes, we understand the upset. We understand that you want to just be, you know, let go of all the anger, but, you know, if you need to let off steam, what they're saying is, you know, think through what you're actually saying. You know, if people are met with angry energy, you tend to get angry responses. Whereas if you meet with loving energy, then they've got to figure out their feelings along the way. So, you know, just think about what it is you want to achieve from your communication, I guess. And I know you're going to leave me comments about that. I know, because there are a lot of frustrated DFs out there. I understand that totally. Trust me, I do. But, you know, we have to balance it out, DFs. You know, twin flame journey is very much about waiting for the two of you to be in alignment. And you cannot rush the alignment of your DM. The alignment of your DM? You know what I mean. You can't rush the DM's, I can't think of the word. What's the word? I keep wanting to say development. That's not the right word. Anyway, it'll come to me, but you can't rush the DM to be ready to be in alignment, okay? And, you know, if this had come up in the DM reading, I'd have said exactly the same in reverse for them. Because, you know, difficult as it is, it will happen when it's meant to happen, because it's a divinely led relationship. And I know that's endlessly frustrating, but sadly, that's how it is. But, you know, worth waiting for, apparently. I'll let you know when we get there. Anyway, as I said, you know, don't stress, whatever your situation is, because nothing yet is set in stone. And there's some financial constraints here. So either you, DF, or the DM are dealing with some sort of financial issue that is holding you back. And this was interesting because this also came up in the DM's reading. It seems, or it may have been the karmic reading, I don't know, but I can't remember which one, but it's definitely come up in one of those readings. And it kind of feels like the DM is dealing with some financial constraints. But what is interesting about this is, because this is a DF reading, it could well be that some of you are dealing with some financial issues, or there are some financial issues that are stopping things from moving forward. But as they say, nothing yet is set in stone. So let's just get some of these. Let's do some clarifiers. I wasn't going to. I was just going to go to the next line. I'm going to get some clarifiers for this. Do you want me to take that, Spirit? No. Can we please focus on the emotions running high and the broken heart, please? Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff, DF. You know, I know it's easy to say, but, you know, while emotions are running very high and you're feeling as you are, you know, if you're feeling frustrated, upset, etc., you know, don't focus too much on the little things, the niggly things that aren't sort of going as you want them to go. You know, don't, if sort of the wrong word has been said, don't focus on it too much, because it's not been said with malice, you know. Don't focus on the little tiny things to build up a big picture to meet your frustrations, because, you know, it's a waste of your energy. Again, we want to try and bring in loving, positive energy, so you can be the empress that you are, DFs. My cards are flipping about, so bear with me. I'm in a very strange mood today. Right, okay, let's go for Spirit. Can we look at achieving your goal and blossoming abundance? What else, please? Oh, that's interesting. They're saying, yes, you're very close to achieving your goal and it is going to work out really well, but they don't want you to sweat the small stuff or take offense, because things are moving forward. You know, I always think this is like the Chariot card from the tarot, obviously for obvious reasons, because it's got a chariot in it. Oh, really? But anyway, you know, they're saying to you, don't stand back and be cross about the little things, because actually things are moving forward, even though it may not feel like they are at the moment, DF. So what's about this strategy and communication, Spirit? What's the strategy and communication? This one. Yeah, they're saying take the time. I mean, I think I said this when we had the strategy card in the first place. In terms of planning this communication, or in terms of planning your response to communication, if you're waiting for it to come in, you will know what is right for you. They're saying to you, just be patient with it. Take your time, you know. And if you're waiting for something to come in, you know, in terms of communication, if you feel that that is the right thing to do within your relationship, then just be patient about it. But take that time to think about what your response will be to your DM when they come forward. Now, I know that's hard to plan, because you don't know what they're going to come forward with and you don't know what they're going to say. But, you know, if you are waiting for them to come forward, just think about, you know, possible scenarios and how you would feel, you know, in terms of how you would respond. So what isn't set in stone, please, Spirit? And what are these financial constraints? Which ones? I don't know. Which ones? No, it's this one. Spread the light. Okay. They want you to carry on being joyous. They want you to, you know, yes, they know that you've got financial constraints, or they know that financial constraints are affecting this relationship. But like they said, nothing yet is set in stone. So rather than you being heartbroken and letting your emotions run away with you and you being angry about little things that you've got little control over, DFs, they want you to, you know, carry on spreading the light. Again, you know, bringing, I said that so joyously, but yeah, follow me here. You know, they want you to be happy. They want you to be, you know, just being positive and spreading positivity, because that will lift the feeling of constraints. It will lift the energy in the relationship, and in turn will help things move forward. Okay, so I'm going to, let's get some tarot, get some more detail on this. Spirit, can you please advise us as to what is going to happen next for the DF? What's going to happen next for the DF? What's going to happen next for the DF, please? Okay, we have magician energy. You know, things are gonna things are going to magically happen. You know, things are going to surprise you. Things are going to work out in magical ways that you hadn't anticipated. You know, and this is why they're asking you to stay positive. They've already said we're very close. You're very close to achieving your goal. You know, and here we have you at the beginning of loving energy. We have the Ace of Cups. Aces are always beginnings, and this is very much about, you know, magical new beginnings. Okay, but it's a loving beginning. You know, the beginning of loving energy. So this is why they're saying to you, you're close to achieving your goal, because this is what is coming. You know, we ask what is coming in, please. Let me turn the cards. What is coming in, please, Spirit? Yeah, the World, you see. You're going to be rewarded for your past efforts. You know, this is no surprise that it's come under here, because they've said, you know, you're very close to achieving your goal. They've said there's going to be blossoming abundance. They've said things are moving forward, and here you are at the end of it, being rewarded for past efforts, DF. So, you know, positivity. Crucial, because actually, you know, Spirit are working on your behalf to bring you both into alignment when the timing is right. We have little control over the timing, and that's what we always find frustrating, isn't it, in this, you know, crazy journey that we're on. But, you know, here they are saying, do you know what, we're working on this and it's coming forward. Which one, Spirit? Yeah, I mean, you know, here we are, moon energy, very much spiritual energy coming in. You know, again, this signifies twin flames, I always feel, because we've got the mirror energy. You know, at the moment, your twin flame may possibly, and more than likely, because it is very much a theme of twin flame relationships, as most of you will know, to actually mirror the feelings and behaviours of each other. Which is why alignment is sometimes tricky, because if you're feeling angry, frustrated, then you're either going to be getting an angry, frustrated response, or they're going to be feeling that they're backing away from that energy because they're feeling it as a negative energy inside. So, you know, it's just to be mindful of that, because they said, you know, Spirit are there with you. They're bringing in this magical sort of energy. They're already here, but you know, just be aware that they're sort of taking their time to bring you into alignment. Yeah, here we have you in Queen of Swords energy, and this is why it's come up with strategy. It's funny, really, because this big, I've never really noticed that before, but this big feather on the strategy card sort of always reminds me of the sword, I guess, because it's long and thin. But the Queen of Swords is very much in control. She's sort of, you know, she can see through situations. She's cutting through any obstacles, and you know, she's very powerful, very back in control. You know, taking the lead in things. You know, she's not a queen to back away from situations. Yeah, they're asking you to have this strategy in place, as we said earlier, about the communication and how you either will respond or how you will move towards your DM. And they're asking you to be patient. And, you know, here is the Queen of Swords sitting back in controlled energy. So they're asking you to sort of just control your responses to your DM at the moment, or control the way that you move towards him. And I know you're going to slate me for that too. I know you are, because some of you are so frustrated. I understand it totally. Seriously, I do. I know it is frustrating for you, but I do understand it totally, you know. Interesting, we have the second moon in a row here. But here you are moving away from a situation, okay? I don't feel you're moving away from your DM. I feel that things are going to be moving forward. You know, we said here, we had financial constraints and we had, they want you to move forward and spread the light to sort of lift your energy. This is a feeling of you moving away from the, I know this is moonlight, but I get the feeling that you're moving away here from darkness to something much more positive. Okay. And this is about, you know, you've had the Queen of Swords here, who's, you know, in control of her empire. Interestingly, look at the large feather. I've just noticed she's holding a very large feather here. I hope you can see that. She's holding a very large feather, which matched that strategy card. So here she is, you know, writing her strategy, taking control of a situation. So maybe this is you that needs to take control and initiate communication here, DF. But we can also see some movement forward here, you know, and it may be that there's going to be other people around this situation that are going to help this situation to move forward. You know, and I very much feel, as I say, that you know, there's travelling in the night here. So, you know, Spirit is saying to me, you've just had to go through the darkness to get to the light. And this is why they've put the spread the light card on the end here. What else do you have for us, Spirit, please? Can you tell us more about that situation for the DFs? Yeah, whatever you do here, it's going to work out. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Four of Pentacles, apologies. I need to pull another one. They're saying pull another one. Interesting. Do you want me to? Yes, you do. This is interesting. Okay. Well, this is an interesting selection of cards, dear. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, wherever it lands, it's going to be successful. And we do know that you're very close to achieving your goal here. That may seem a bit hard to believe if you've been struggling with financial constraints and you're struggling to be positive at the moment. You know, if that is where you're at, then this may be a bit hard to believe. You know, Spirit are saying, it's interesting, these three cards they've given us, because they're saying, yes, you know, things are going to work out. So regardless of the fact that at the moment you're feeling very guarded, you're sort of trying to protect what you feel is yours and, you know, staying sort of in a protected environment and not taking a step outside, they're saying you've got nothing to fear, because whichever way you move your situation forward, it's going to work out. I mean, she literally, look how happy this witch on the card looks. She's going to spin that wheel, and wherever it lands, she's got guaranteed success. So, you know, you don't need to be too guarded, they say. You know, you don't need to be cautious. I usually, when the Ten of Swords comes up, I usually think, oh my goodness, you know, this is about someone's going to treat you really badly. But I don't feel this in this reading. Because it's come up with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like, you know, however you've been treated in the past, which has made you be very guarded, you know, and you've been treated really badly. Some of you have been treated really badly by your DM, okay? Could be by other people, but I felt the need to say by your DM. And, you know, it's made you very guarded and very suspicious. It's made you sort of look at the whole situation and be, they just said the word procrastinate. I think, again, it's this thing about thinking things through, you know, maybe overthinking a bit, sweating the small stuff, as they said, feeling offended quite easily. You know, it's made you look at the whole picture and think, is this for me, or is it time for me to just walk away? I've had enough of this, you know. But Spirit are saying they understand that. And you've been right in feeling some of that, because this journey is one big rocky road, as we know. One big rocky road. But they've brought those cards out with the Wheel of Fortune. So things that seem dire at one stage are going to become magical at another stage. Now, you have free will to a degree. And I say to a degree, I always say that in a twin flame reading because it is a divinely led relationship. But, you know, the physical choices you make about, you know, whether you take it forward a step or you don't at any stage in the relationship is up to you because you still have free will, DF. But what we're saying here is, yes, you've had all these feelings that are, you know, negative because someone here treated you badly. You know, you've been going through difficult times, and it may be that the financial constraints have also made you guarded. But they're asking you to look at the bigger picture. He's looking at the world. He has the world in his hand in that card, you know? And he's looking towards the future. What do you want in your future, DF? What is it that you truly want in your future? Because whichever way you spin it, whatever you aim for, we have a Wheel of Fortune card here. Like they said, you are very close to achieving your goal. Now, you know, as we said, these readings are, as I said at the beginning, these readings are general readings. You know, what we can't say, and I would love to be able to say this, I can't say a week on Tuesday, your DM's going to walk back into your life, the past is going to be wiped out and everything, you know, is going to be fabulous and you're going to ride off into the sunset. How I wish I could say that to you, DF. How I truly wish that. I can't say that because we can't do timing. This relationship is in divine timing. So, you know, they're saying that, you know, whichever way this goes forward, whatever your goals are that you're aiming for, there's something, we talked about goals up there. They've asked you to be patient in planning your response or you're taking it forward. They're asking you maybe to take control of this situation and communicate with your DM. But you will know what is right for you in your particular situation. But they're saying, we understand that situation, but this is, you know, the Wheel of Fortune says whatever angle you take, it's going to work for you. Okay? The light is fading for some reason at rapid speed right now. And so I'm going to just pull a few Romance Angels cards. Whoop. Let's see what that one is. Oh, don't we just love seeing this? This is the engagement card, and it says, your love life is ascending at a higher level of commitment. Okay, perfect. Don't we just love that, DFs? This is why they're saying to us, you're very close to achieving your goal. What else, please, Spirit? What else for the DFs today? What else for the DFs? Yeah, again, this financial thing. We have finances and career. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So we have the financial constraints card. So somewhere along the line, this may not be about someone not stepping up because they don't want to. This may be about them being pulled in another direction to sort out a financial issue. And certainly, as I said, we had something in the karmic read yesterday about financial pressures and about trying to sort things out. In fact, that came up in both readings, I think. Trying to sort something out. And we have, here we go. You know, this is why they've given us the spread the light card, because they're saying, DFs, there's passion, you know, put the passion back into your life, even if it's just, you know, for you at the moment, which is the most important thing, because your own self-development mirrors the self-development of your twin flame. So, you know, it says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And I know that's hard when you're feeling frustrated, but, you know, again, It's part of shadow work and a part of lifting the vibration to enable you to move this situation forward. I'm going to pull a fourth one. I don't like to pull 3 cards in a twin flame reading, bizarrely. Here's the other one. Yeah, healing family issues. Okay, now this one says healing family issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. May well be that yourself or your DM are dealing with some family issues, and maybe there's been some family conflict, and therefore, you know, you're having to heal those situations before you can move on. Okay, so, you know, just bear that in mind, DF. I think often we fall into the trap of thinking, oh, you know, my DM's not in contact with me, and why is he not in contact with me? But we forget that there are other things that also pulls them in different directions. Okay, right, I really have got to finish the reading here because, as I say, it's actually getting quite dark in here, which is very strange. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it resonated for some of you. As always, please let me know. Please tick like if you liked it so that we get the videos seen more often. And yeah, if you're first time here, you enjoyed the reading, please remember to subscribe. I'd love to have you on this journey with us. So yeah, that's all for now. Look out for the next twin flame readings that will be coming up soon. Okay. Take care for now, DFs. Bye.